coaching men, you go through different ebbs and flows of themes that guys go through. So you have clients, and there's clients that are like really focused on their career and life. There's really focused on their relationships. You get a lot of married guys, you get a lot of guys that are single, but there's this thing with single guys that we're in. And there's a lot of these guys that are having this trouble with intent. And so here's the thing. It's like you're good. Okay, so you could be bad with women, you could be good with women, but either way, like women are choosing you. You're not realizing how much control you can have. And it's not really about control, but you're not really getting what you want. You're not making the choices of like, I want this. It's like the girls are picking you. And so we talk about this archetype with men a lot, so there's guys that aren't good with women. So you're not really getting many results. You're not being social, and you have to start there. It's not a big deal. It's just where a lot of people are at. You can work just fine from there. But then there's this intermediate phase where guys are, they've had relationships, they've had sexual relationships and so on, but how can we turn it into a consistent dating life? And the problem that's happening with a lot of guys, that are a part of our groups, it's like that point of where we stay intent. Okay. We just earlier on this call, we're talking about, a buddy of mine who's really good at kind of like saying, hey, look, I am a sexual being. He puts it out. He broadcasts it as no problem. He gets alone with a girl, like that's going to be known. He can speak with his dick. And that's really what's important here, is that he can speak with his sex. Once that comes into play, however it comes into play, and you might have some trouble getting there, it's like, oh, we're talking. But there's so many guys that have that trouble, especially within our groups, but just out there in the public too. It's like you have so much trouble speaking with your dick. And that might sound funny. That might sound like, oh my God, Steve says, speak with your dick and your balls. But seriously, why can't you? Why can't you be sexual? I get it. You can't go up to a beautiful girl and just say, you're fucking hot and I want to fuck your brains out, or all the things that you're thinking in your head, right? But at the same time, you don't even think about like, how could I rephrase all of that to communicate through my body, my mind, what I'm saying, and when would be the appropriate time to say that? Okay. And so there's this thing going on in your head going like, oh man, I can't do that. Okay. When's the right time? And let me look at the mathematical chart, Whereas the other dude, like my buddy, and how eventually, I definitely wasn't born this way, but through experience, it kind of happens. Cause in my early 20s, I was right there with you guys, man. I was like, when do I say it? But I don't know how. But after I got enough experience, and perhaps it was a lot of experience to get to know, and some of my buddies who are just naturally really good with women, it's more about, all right, when can I say that? 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 When can I have the opportunity to start speaking with my fucking dick? Through my eye contact, through my presence. When can I start being proud of who I am sexually to show you so that you can feel it and you can have a choice whether you like it or not? And again, it's like the feminist, the rape culture stuff is like, you can't do that because it harms women. No, I want you to be a woman. I want you to be so much of a fucking, I want you to do all of that and show me all of that and have the option and choice for it. I don't want to put something on you and offend you and hurt you into liking me. That's stupid. Who fucking wants that? Nobody really wants that. Only like desperate people do that as a reaction because they can't get what they want, right? But what I want is I want to put something out there. Hey, I'm a man. I want this. And it doesn't have to be with women. You got to speak with your dick with everything, right? Hey, I want the sale. Hey, this is my product. Hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm showing up as. Hey, I want this job. Hey, I think you could be my friend. Hey, I'm asking you to help me. That pride in who you are, to put that out, to offer that road. People aren't waiting for the opportunity to do that. They feel bad about doing it or think it's inappropriate in a way. And so they're looking at the right time and the right place and walking on eggshells to get there. And that can't happen. The biggest thing for a guy, which you can do, is start speaking with what you feel and what you mean to other people as a daily exercise. And actually it's a new exercise that we've added in TSL Online, not just the speaking, in terms of sexual relationships, but what you want, on a daily basis. The best thing that happens there is that you build the people in your life that are going to work with you and you cut out the people that won't. everybody is so afraid of rocking the boat, of hurting somebody's feelings, of misrepresenting themselves, that they repress themselves so much and they reshape literally who they are, your choice and your expression, so that it fits the mold of the general public, not even the person in front of them, not even the individual in front of them. I get conforming to them so that they like you, which is still like a shitty move. But we've even dumbed down that. We've watered down that so it fits the general of society, and it's a bummer, man. It's really a sad thing. I'll tell a story. I was talking to this guy. I didn't know him, and I saw him interacting with his son, and we just kind of, it just so happened that we were standing next to each other in a line, and I said, man, I really appreciate seeing a dad with his son out there. It's just it's a cool thing. And he kind of, like, I saw that, like, he thought I was judging him, right? It's like, oh no, well, I do that because da 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 da. I caught that vibe from him. And I was just like, whoa, man, where's this coming from? It's a compliment, man. And it was like a misinterpretation, right? As I was speaking with what I was saying, I really meant it. I was like, dude, I could tell it was frustrating you. And, you were just trying to, it was just cool to see, though, because I go through the same thing. And I think a lot of people don't do that in public because they feel bad about it. He wasn't doing anything bad, but he was just, trying to work with his son and calm him down, actually. And I was just like, no, it was cool. It was like this good father-son bonding, like guy energy thing happening. And he was like, oh, well, I do, he kind of like, it was like as if I was judging him or something or something like that. And I just said, hey, dude, no, man. It's not that. Like, it's just, I thought that was cool. And I think more people should see that. And I think if more people saw it, I'll just tell you this. I don't want to explain it. It made me feel good. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. And I had to bring it there. It was just like, hey man, it made me feel good, and I really thought about that afterwards, because there was he was a big dude, man. And I could tell he like moves off of a lot of that, I don't know, there's just a weird frustration about it that I got. But in that moment, it made me think about all this, because it's like, I tried to express something with him. It got misinterpreted, and I had to change it for him, so that he could hear it. And I think that that's so much more important. Learn to speak your mind, be willing to be wrong, be willing to be misinterpreted, and you can correct that. Do that with your relationships. Do that with how you talk to people, especially if you're single and you're trying to meet women. Do that with talking to women. It's like, you're beautiful. You're hot. Oh shit, that was inappropriate. Man, that's so easy to explain yourself. It's like, hey, I didn't mean that as an offensive thing. I meant it as a good thing, but sorry, you left it that, or sorry, it's that way. Later, cut it, end it. You don't need to continue to talk about it. It's all good. Make that your life. You're going to build so much of a better circle around yourself. And you may not have this problem that is just, when you get in it, it's not good.